Mid-gear Brazil.
Once again.
After the dramas that we've had tonight, we've finally got the race underway. A bit late, we've missed the first 2 laps, but at least we're managing to get it streaming now. Have we missed anything major, Backer?
Well, not really. Of course, you guys missed that. Teronix, yeah, he was not allowed back in due to his poor connection. We see, of course, always Rick in 4th place who kept it together. Matt Johnson is the only major thing we just had, and that was he was in P2 and had a moment, fell back to P6. Well, that's about it. I missed Lucas' little incident. Well, we see Bumblebee and Multi joining the chat and Matt Johnson joining the chat. So, yeah, it's late on the evening, guys. I hope you guys still got some cold beers. One thing is for sure, I do.
As we just hear him open one.
And we see Rick getting the first penalty of the race. Brian also back in the chat.
And we've got Puris, who's very close to Jetfish. And hopefully he managed to get his setup loaded this time.
Funny thing is, I'm starting to talk about beers and the chat is exploding about beers. And yeah, there's quite some gaps already on track. It looks like the top 3 is pulling away from always Rick in P4. And Dragos is right behind Evil Master. In turn 1, the Senna S's. Beautiful corners.
And Dragos, is he the only driver in mid-gear that's running no assists, or is there anyone else?
As far as I know, Dragos is the only one. No assist, no line.
I honestly don't know how he does it.
Yeah, me neither.
And we've got
Milt is having a cider and he's happy as well. Cheers to you, Milty.
And Equau
yeah, lots of gaps.
Equau is close to Puggy at the moment.
Yeah, and L is close to Eek as well. So.
As he thought about going for a move into turn 1, but thought better of it. That's a smart decision from him. Oh, and Puris is very close to Jetfish now. The battle for the lead, of course.
Well, Laur in P3 looks like he needs to use a little bit more of his ERS to keep up with those 2 in front.
As we just go on board with Al now in this 3-car battle.
In his wide Red Bull, awesome. Well,
and he's very close.
Actually managed to pass Eek and now passes Puggy as well, because as far as I know, Eek was about to make a move on Puggy, and all of a sudden L did it.
Yeah, he seized the opportunity very well there. But can Puggy get the move back? No.
Also looking like always Rick does have a great pace and knows to pull away by Shiggs, and it looks like he's gaining on Lau. So we might see Rick mix himself in for a podium spot as well.
But
Don't want to.
he's got 6 seconds of penalties so far.
Oh, he already has 6 seconds. That's not very handy. But who knows? The big gainer at this point is L, who is up 7 positions.
And he started last as well, Al, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that's a...
Richie didn't gain a position yet. Although the game says we lost 2 of them. That would only be because Tyrannix was not back on the grid.
And we've got Equire and Big Puggy battling it out here. Switching places.
And L already pulling away from Puggy. So it looks like both of the Red Bulls got a great pace on their hands. 6 seconds in 8 laps. Yes, Pretty, I know. I'm not allowed to laugh. So
But he's had a lot...
me.
To make an excuse for him, he has had a lot of stress tonight. Being coordinator and having to deal with all the restart lobbies.
Yeah, true. He completely lost his focus. He's also driving one-handed at this point.
And Puis is staying with Jetfish very well.
Eek taking Puggy once again on the straight, and then there almost looks...
Oh, and Puis is going for the move on the inside of Jetfish. And gets it done. So Puis goes into the lead.
Back. No, Jetfish can't switch it back. And Puggy overtakes Eek once again.
It's great battling between those two guys though. They've kept it nice and clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see the tires here. Puggy and Eek both are on the medium tires. To fight every lap is not what you want if you go for a long stint, of course.
Oh, and Jetfish is going for the move on Puis and gets it done down the straight.
We got a yellow flag in sector 2, and that seems to be Matt Johnson, who had a great start in P2, and who will come back on Jetfish in turn... Is it turn 3? Yeah, I do think it is turn 3.
And Jetfish...
Jetfish has a great exit there. We maybe gave him a little bit too much space, what caused Jetfish to get a little bit earlier on the throttle. I can't confirm, by the way, I just looked it up, it's turn 4, just so you know. Michael Salinas, which also looked it up, but Rick has 6 seconds of penalties in 4 laps. So
as we just go back on board.
Looks quite nice with no wing.
As we just go back on board with Big Puggy and Eatwow, it looks like these two guys are going to be battling it out.
Coming on to the straight now. Eek will have the DRS. Not yet, but you see the little white line here, and Rick takes another 3-second penalty.
And Eatwow just gets past Big Puggy down the straight.
And I'm sure Puggy will get past Eek right now.
They've been switching places for a few laps now.
A bit of aggressive defending from the Aston Martin driver, and he managed to stick it right now. So this will be the first time they don't switch around.
And we just seen Shigs getting a 3-second penalty there.
Let's see, Pui and Jetfish now coming onto the straight as well, while Matt Johnson is getting left already.
I don't think Puris is going to be close enough this time.
But he does have a massive ERS advantage. Again, he has almost a double amount of ERS. But not a great exit in turn 3. Hopefully for him, he can line it up next corner.
And we see
while
Dragos and Richie very close to each other now. As they go down the straight, Richie's looking for a move. And gets it done.
There's a little bit of contact there. It was not on purpose, but of course Richie, yeah, he has the better traction on these softs.
And Equo and Big Puggy just changing positions again.
These guys are really on it. Awesome racing so far from these two. But we've seen races like this also end in disaster.
Yep, let's hope both guys can keep it clean. They've done well so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just go on board with Puris now. And goes for the move around the outside of Jetfish. Can he get it done? Yes, he does. So Puris takes the lead again, and those two guys switch positions.
So we definitely got some great fights so far here in mid-tier. Even the chat is silent at the moment, so they are all enjoying this fight.
And Shigs goes into the pits.
Puggy overtakes Eek once again. Quite an early stop from Shigs, going on in lap 13 from his fresh set of softs.
And we've got Jetfish, they're going down the straight now. And gets back past Puris by the looks of things. Some great wheel-to-wheel racing between the two of these guys for the lead.
And look at this exit of Pui, how close he already is without using any DRS. And maybe Pui can even get away a little bit further now, having a huge ERS advantage, but yeah, of course he doesn't know it.
Be interesting to see which one of these two guys decides to pit first.
Is it Pui or Puis? I don't know. Richie, you tell me. I also see Pui and Pua. I don't know.
Equo and Big Puggy are still battling it out.
Well, I'm going to check the penalties. Always Rick is on 9 seconds at this point. Richie got 5 seconds. And I'm not completely sure for what. Let's see if I can find anything involving the Ferrari driver. Speeding in the pit lane, and that's a very unfortunate penalty to take.
And Jetfish going back for a move on Puris now. Around the outside. Can he hold it? Looks like Puris is just going to hold on to it. Jetfish gets the inside. Some great defending there from Puris to keep the lead.
And those wheels are so close to each other. Of course, we should not forget, if this ends in disaster, Laura will be more than happy with that. And don't forget the man on P4 who does have 9 seconds almost to L. That compensates his penalties.
Yep, as long as he doesn't get any more.
And now Jetfish, Pui breaking. Oh, awesome defending there from Pui, giving it all.
As we just go on board with Eat Wow, now he's close to Puggy again as they go down the straight.
Now Jetfish on the outside once again in turn 4, but he already passed Pui before the corner, so
And
let's see if Puggy can get back.
Eat Wow just got back past Big Puggy again.
And Puggy got past Eek
Yep.
once again.
It's almost like they want to give each other the position, isn't it?
Fritzy cheering for Rick for the podium. Come on. Yeah, a lot of work to be done for him. If he won't take it as we stand right now.
And Evil Master has just got past Richie. We'll stay on board.
Pui takes the lead once again. I do think one of these guys should really start thinking about an undercut. And maybe plan it right and get that 1 second gap. Because this is going to continue for about 36 laps in total.
Yeah. I think how close both of them are. Whoever pits first. Oh, and we see Richie going for a move on Evil Master. And Evil Master just about holds on.
Does get DRS as well, so that's... And Jetfish is going in.
So
Pui
Jetfish is
stays
the
out
first.
and Laur stays out. From what I
Jetfish is...
heard...
He must have heard you back at.
Yeah, but from what I heard from Spitzy just in the chat, the softs can go 16 laps. Of course, these are fresh ones, so 18 laps seems normal. And to confirm, Spitzy, Matt is on the hard tires.
And Laura's just got himself a lot closer to Puris. I'm not sure if there was a little mistake from Puris there somewhere, but he's a lot closer than he was now.
So maybe we can even have a three-way fight later on. And Dragos goes into P8 because Puggy and Luke are pitting. Puggy pitted, Eek stayed out for one more lap at least. So only cars still to stop, and we lost Evil Master. Very unfortunate here. It's Indy Senna S's, and he's on the outside of the track, so I don't think we will see a safety car. And Lau and Pui both need this yellow car, flag.
And Puris is in the pits now.
Let's see if it's enough for Jetfish. At least Lau is really close to Pui. This pit lane is horrible if you ask me. And yes, it is. Look at the gap Jetfish gained in only one lap.
He's
leading Pui about around 2 seconds.
That was a great undercut from Jetfish there.
Also used a lot of his DRS. But still, great strategy there from Red Bull.
And Puris will have one lap fresher tyres, of course, so that might tell towards the end. As we go on board with Rick.
Very close to Eek. Also had it stopped. Eek and Dragos are the only cars who still need to box. And Pui is really gaining a lot of time on the straights.
And Rick manages to get the move done on Eek as well. He brings himself up into P4. And Puis seems to be closing that gap down to Jetfish really fast.
Yeah, this straight.
He's
But
already
also using a lot of ERS, of course. But of course, if he gets inside that DRS, he won't need his ERS anymore. And it looks like Laur is also mixing in for the win right now.
Lau will be sitting back hoping these two guys battle it out some more.
Laur has a massive ERS advantage. Same for Jetfish, who is not using his electric system at all.
And I just seen Al got past Shigs.
And Pui is even outside the DRS from Jetfish right now, and Laur is inside the DRS, so this might get interesting. But now Pui gets back into it. Laur also putting the fastest lap down, so it's pretty clear the Romanian Ferrari driver knows what he wants.
And Equal still hasn't pitted.
Really trying to get the maximum out of those soft tires, or was he on the mediums?
Yeah, he started on the mediums.
Yeah. Big Buggy went from mediums to hard, what is quite interesting to
As
see.
we just take a little look at penalties. So we've got Big Puggy with 8 seconds now. Richie has got 5. Luke with 3. And Shigs also with 3. And of course RPM Always Rick has got 9 seconds so far. But it looks like he's got that under control now.
What's an electric system? That's what it's called. It's an electric battery, and it gives you a little bit more power. The ERS. Taking the piss out of me right now, Spritzy, but instead of complaining, you could also do comms yourself. For fuck's sake.
And Jetfish has got a massive ERS advantage on Puis now.
Wow,
Puis is...
little moment for Laur, and he lost it. Massive wing damage on the Ferrari here.
That's a shame for Larry, he was doing so well as well.
Absolutely, and that means Laur needs to pit, and yeah, I'm afraid to say it.
Let's not say it.
We got a new P3. We got a new driver in P3.
He's actually in a great position now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. L is still 12 seconds behind, so... With more, he's even 14 seconds behind. He shouldn't pick up any penalties anymore. And he will be fine. And I don't know why, but Laur also retired in the pit lane. What is a huge shame, because he would have got points after all. And he wouldn't come out in a bad position either. He would still be on for P7, P6.
Eek and Richie are very close to each other now.
Eek on the fresh softs, of course. We'll get that move done.
And we've got Al also, who started last, has got himself up into P4 silently.
Yeah, he will be happy with that.
And of course, with the lobby restart, Al and Richie volunteering themselves to start in probably worse positions than what they would have if they managed to get a full qualifying session in. So you have to give top respect to those two guys. And
Absolutely.
they both stand to get very good points as well at the moment, so. And Puis is getting a bit closer to Jetfish now. So we'll stay on board with these two until they go down the straight. We'll see if Puis can get the move done on Jetfish. He'll have DRS and ERS activated, of course.
Well, the onboard of Pui now says redfish. Jetfish has some red bars. Doesn't seem to be lagging at all on my screen, so I guess it's fine. Gap is a little bit too much, but yeah, he knows the second DRS part. That's the finest part of this track. Both DRS parts are behind each other.
And we've got Rick in P3.
With a 13-second gap, what is enough to compensate his penalties. He can even pick up another one. Please don't do it, but he can. Richie even cheering Rick for the win right now. That's a little bit too optimistic.
I hope he gets a good result though. I'd like to see Rick get a good result.
Absolutely, we all do. 2 of the 3 race and Rick is still not DNF. Who's racing in his name?
And
yeah, I'm not.
Ricky's actually pulling away from Al at the moment, so it's looking very good for him.
Fritzy absolutely predicting drama here, saying Rick is gonna win. Jetfish and Pui will collide.
That's a bold prediction there. But you never know, they have been battling really close all race, so.
And we already discussed it. We've seen it before in Monza. While Shakes is in the pit right now, going for a second stop. And there's blue flags for Matt Johns, who doesn't really seem to be getting out of the way from Jetfish. Maybe doesn't realize he is also giving Jetfish a huge advantage, giving him DRS right now. So there's no point of ignoring the blue flag. He also gets penalized for it right now. There was no point at all doing that in my opinion, because he gives Jetfish DRS as well, so his teammate won't gain anything. Jetfish defending really hard in that corner, taking exactly the middle of the track.
I'm not too sure if that was a little bit of team conspiracy there from the McLaren drivers.
I do think it was. I won't give my opinion on it. We got stewards for that. But I do think it didn't really help out because, yeah, like I said, you give Jetfish DRS as well, and it's a long straight. You don't want.
Yeah, it seemed to help Jetfish more than anything, didn't it? So.
Yeah.
It was a strange one.
And he got 5 seconds for himself as well. But yeah, he can't go any lower on the leaderboard at this point. So.
And Shigs and Luke are getting pretty close now.
It's the Alpine and the Williams. Didn't see too much down the. Didn't see too much battle so far on the grid. Yeah, we did see Big Puggy and Eek, of course, who are are also closing in on each other once again. .5 seconds. And Jetfish now managing to keep Pui behind for quite some laps.
And Shig sets the fastest lap of the race with a 109.3.
On his fresh softs. So, great lap from him.
And he's got a very good chance of that standing at the end of the race now as well.
Rick still managing to keep L outside of those 9 seconds.
I've been trying to keep the camera off Rick as much as I can, just because I don't want to jinx him.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've been on board with him multiple times.
I know.
But I'm not streaming, so that's the best part. And I can tell you, he's not taking any risk. I can clearly see he's really focusing on not getting another penalty. Keeping it all between the lines. Reddit takes it a little slower through the corners. Then pick up another 3 seconds. And I can't blame him. This will be his first podium of the season as far as I know.
And one good thing for the remaining drivers, at least they're all going to get some points no matter where they finish. So
yeah, because we get points up to P15. Let me get a little bit of the standings as it stands. Of course, Jetfish is leading the. This is insane. I really thought Pui was second in the championship, but he isn't. It's Jetfish leading the championship at this point with 213 points. Pui is just in P4 with 127. So he's like 80 points behind, 85 points behind Jetfish. The big surprise, in my opinion, is Big Puggy is in P2 of the standings, and Richie in P3.
and we've got Luke going for a move on Shigs here into turn 1 and gets it done. He gets himself into P8.
And Shigs takes another 3 seconds. So it's also great driving from the Alpine driver Luke, who is on the harder compound, of course. Because Shigs just got his fresh softs.
And Shigs is staying with him very well.
And it's 5 laps left, and Pui's still behind Jetfish. No crazy moves so far.
And he's also got the ERS advantage now.
Do you got any predictions so far? 5 laps to go.
Well, at the moment, with Puris having the ERS advantage, I think if he sits behind Jetfish and uses DRS instead of ERS and goes for a move towards the end, I think he's got a very good chance. And the person that I think could finish P3, I'm not saying.
Yeah, I won't need to ask Spritzy because he will say Rick will win. And yeah, that would be huge drama, of course. But I will gamble on Pui at this point. Looks like he's just waiting for the right moments. It might even be last lap. Who knows?
It's looked like he's had the opportunity to go for a move as well, and he's sort of pulled back from it a bit as well at times. So maybe he's thinking just save his ERS and try it a bit later on in a race. But Jetfish has started saving his now as well. He's up to 46%. He was down at 19 only one lap ago, so.
Yeah, but he will use a lot now because, as I said, he's too afraid of launching the attack, and this. And it's back to and Pui is going for it
Yeah,
right now, but pulls out of it again, trying to switch it back maybe and get it lined up for the second DRS rate. And he is very close right now. Jetfish using his ERS, Pui not using his ERS. Maybe this is tactics from Pui as well, just to drain the battery of Jetfish. Threaten him a little bit, going for the move.
I think a lot's going to come down to as well. With Jetfish leading the championship at the moment, he's not going to be willing to take as many risks as Puis. So, if it comes down to it, maybe he will decide better of it and just take the points.
Evil Master in the chat saying he's playing with him. It does look like it because it more looked like a threat than a serious try to overtake him, in my opinion.
Yeah, like you say, I think he's just trying to get Jetfish to use all his ERS.
We didn't see the red light on the back of his car yet, so just a little bit. On the end of the second DRS straight, Jetfish is getting close on ERS. And
Yeah, he's
that's exactly where Pui is waiting for, I guess. Going for a long last lap overtake.
And we've only got 2 laps to go now.
You can see the advantage he has. It's almost 50% advantage.
But Jetfish has managed to pull a little gap now.
As you can see with the advantage who he has on his ERS, it's so easy to close in again. Seeing that light again on the car of Jetfish and pulling back again. So I definitely think he is going for a last lap overtake.
And Jetfish will be trying his hardest now to try and pull a little gap before the straight.
Yeah, maybe even get close enough to, I guess it's Dragos in front, yeah. And maybe have the advantage as well, getting a DRS on the last straight. But I don't think that will. Now we see Pui using a lot of his DRS. We got a yellow flag and Big Puggy. We lost Big Puggy in. That's very unfortunate. And Pui still not going for the move.
It looked like he was just about to go up the inside, but
he will do it now, I guess.
Jetfish braked nice and late there.
And it's Pui in turn 4 around the outside and pull it off. He knows. Jetfish cannot cross him back here because there's yellow. Double yellow even. So maybe even the overtake was up for discussion, but now it's just.
It could be a race. It could be a race to the finish line, though.
Yeah, but I do think both of them will push that ERS button after the final corner. Let's see where it ends up.
As they come around the final corner now.
Well, I don't know what Always Rick just did, but he lost a lot of time to L.
And
And it's
Puis
Pui
comes
taking
across the
away.
line.
Always Rick lost it somehow. I don't know. He's just letting L pass like he's full of damage. He's out of fuel.
Oh,
Always Rick underfueled the car.
oh no.
On for his first podium of the season. That's
As he
so
comes across the line
unfortunate.
now. But at least he
What?
still manages to hold on to P4. Oh no.
P5 it is. So we got Pui winning the race, a double Red Bull podium. Eek in P4, great race from him. Always Rick in P5, very unfortunate. And Spritzy is going mental in the chat.
That's a shame for Rick there. He's obviously put less fuel in thinking of a safety car. And that's one thing, we didn't get a safety car all race, did we there? So and you have to say a big well done to Jetfish and Puis there. It was great racing all race between the two of them. So, well done to our top three guys.
So, that's it for mid-gear, I guess.
Yeah. Are we doing interviews, Backer, or?
I think we skipped them, it's late on the evening already. At
Yeah,
least I
it's getting
skipped
on.
them. I got something else to do. And we already had so much delay. As Spritzy, yeah, he will have some talks with Rick about this one. And I'm not allowed to laugh, but this can only happen to Rick. I've never seen someone so unlucky.
Yeah, that is terribly unlucky for Rick.
But still a result in P5.
Yeah, still a very good
Great
result.
jobs. Thank you from Spitzy. Well, thanks for watching from my side. And I'll leave the final greetings to the lead comes.
Yep,
I
so
expect you all tomorrow back for high gear. And that's it for me.
and we had a very entertaining mid-gear race. We hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow to High Gear. And it's a good night from us.